Hello, everyone. Happy Finesse Friday. Amazing week. I know the market may have showcased a lot of uncertainty. However, when you prepare, when you truly look for A1 setups, you will be able to print income at the end of the week. If it's not this week, it'll be the next week, etc. Just being able to find A1 setups. So, this week on Finesse Friday, one top setup, the only one provided this week on email was Apple. Apple long, basically to make new all-time highs, which it continued to do even today. It moved up slightly, giving us an amazing return, especially for those who did short-dated call options. Besides Apple, Dollar General and the other dollar store DLTR continue to move up as well. XYZ finally hit our second target this week. And QQQ, oh yeah, we did the puts. We benefited today from the gap down at open. Basically, NASDAQ, the market gap down, open lower. And I'm going to go through those charts so you all can see what it looks like to find A-plus setups each and every single week and being able to finesse these markets.
Are you really trading or are you a strategy trader?
Apple is not new to Finesse Fridays. It is not new to us at all. The amount of times we swung this position, amazing. Whether we're swinging it for the movement higher or the movement lower, you can just capitalize on the opportunities. This is what makes swing trading, the process in general, so wonderful, because you can literally trade the same company stock over and over and over again. Apple in particular had an excellent breakout formation going into this new week. I simply provided the entry point over the prior 52-week high per se, or all-time high, the prior highs, that is, right? And this was a great movement higher. I call this kind of like a false start, but if you have short-dated expiration dates, like one of our coaches / prior students right here, as you can see, great gains, you could have capitalized as well. This was a retest. So for anyone within our ecosystem stating that they missed this, you can't miss the retest to break back up higher and to continue to trend and give us new highs each and every day so far this week. Now, it appears that although we close strong, we are going to go into next week with some momentum, which is great. Although Apple is continuously paying, we just got to understand that the NASDAQ did gap down. More than likely, this did not have an effect on Apple because of the trend. The trend is rather strong. And going into this week, the breakout formation, my thought process was no matter what occurs, Apple has a strong enough chart to continue to push and continue to make new all-time highs. What an amazing movement. Excellent return off of options. And this is the chart. I pushed the trend line so you can see. I'm going to go to DG just real quick, because DG, we discussed this already in great details on Finesse Friday. It just continued to extend and finally push, giving us our second TP range and beyond. Great momentum. I'm going to also show you DLTR, similar as well, but what we officially provided was DG. DLTR was just a subset, meaning it's just going to follow trend because it's within the same sector. XYZ, we got our second TP in this bar that occurred for us on Wednesday. Great movement higher. So for right now, XYZ, you can see it kind of took a little breather because the market did once again gap down. Let's go to the QQQ. With the Qs, this formation, I also briefly discussed, and it finally paid more on the put side with this lovely gap down, pushing lower, basically retesting this lower wick. We didn't quite break down out of this huge wide range channel, but we broke down enough to lock in and capture profits, taking QQQ to the short side. And I just want to send a quick congrats to, a few members within the community that actually, take advantage of these opportunities that literally is positioned for them right then and there. And we go through great lengths to explain and make sure they have the thorough understanding why something would be a long versus a short, etc. You can always tap in with the Profit Rooms community because we just want to win together. Tackle the question immediately. Did we finesse the markets or did the markets finesse us? You already know we finesse the markets. The goal each and every week is not necessarily to finesse the markets, although it's great. The goal is always to focus on A+ setups, to stick to our process, which is our proven methodology, that it works. We have data that stems back almost 20 years now. When people say the market's different or the market's changed, etc., me in particular, in general, my thought process is that the market moves in a systematic way. It's just being able to truly understand charts in order to navigate whether you're swing trading or you're day trading. And at the Profit Room, we have amazing programs for any individual, really, that caters to the individual schedule. We make sure that trading ultimately fits your lifestyle so you can benefit from the income potential, the endless opportunities that these markets provides. Once again, hopefully if you are a struggling new trader or struggling trader in general with years but never was able to find consistency, you can always tap into the Profit Room. With that said, everyone, have an amazing weekend. And of course, I'll see you once again on the next Finesse Friday. All right, I'm out of here.